And we live. It's been a minute. Well, a minute. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't shit going on. This is real life. This is not pretend. But yes, Alex. I'm really. And this is the No Name Podcast.
Stop.
But yeah, hey man, look man, say man, hey man. Look man. It's been a minute. Should we just go right into this topic, or should we just just dip our feet? Damn, it's back. Dip our feet in the water just a little bit. Get our feet. Get our anky at the. Get our ashy ass ankles.
Did you say anky?
Yeah, I said anky.
Not the
Hanky. Do the hanky panky. Stanky. But yeah, if y'all want to know what's going on with us, it's a lot. I don't know if you want to talk about it, and if you don't, that is okay because you ain't got to talk about it. But
no, we ain't got to talk about it at this exact second. But yeah, overall, it's been a lot of different things going on. A lot of real life, non-internet shit going on. So people are more concerned about that and having to deal with real life situations than necessarily wanting to, not even wanting to, having just the energy, I would say, to, do the videos and be talking about certain things or even talking about certain, the same things because it can be, intense, heavy conversation at times. And just the whole thought process and all the energy that goes into it. Sometimes you need a break from all that, coupled with, again, just real life situations. So, yeah, people take breaks. It's okay.
we ain't stop. We ain't just start and stop. This isn't for everything. Like you probably gonna be like 80 doing this shit. Talking about, hey, y'all remember when I don't know. What was a funny moment? When Kanye went on Drink Champs and he said, Trump, niggas. Like, bro, this ain't, this ain't going nowhere. It's okay to take breaks, man. I advise that everybody should take at least 4 breaks a year, every quarter. Just take a break every quarter.
Take a break.
Whether that is staying off the internet, going on vacation, however the fuck you handle whatever you handle, however you handle it.
Right.
Just make sure you are getting your mental together and you don't keep overworking yourself trying to please others who are not pleasing you in a sense. So, but with that being said, the topic at hand. Do you want to jump into this?
Motherfucking Travis Scott. Listen here. So
you gotta start all the way from the beginning.
I'm going back. This is at this point because we're in December now, so this is technically.
Oh, and I had a birthday pass and everything. You know what I'm saying? Nigga turned 26.
You know, Shane. Getting over, getting to know you. Oh, okay, so technically this is kind of old news because
it's old news.
This happened, last month. So everybody already knows about what happened at Astrofest
Festival
in Houston. And in case you are that one person under the rock, of course, Travis Scott, who is a rapper, performer, he's from Houston,
producer,
all that stuff. There used to be a festival in Houston, Texas called
Six Flags, actually.
Yeah, it was Astorworld. So, and then it ended up leaving and everything like that. But it was a big deal to him, and I'm sure to the city at the time because it's a cool thing. So that was an inspiration for him to make the the album, to want to do the festival and all that, which happened. This was the third festival. It would have been the fourth had it not been for the Rona, but third one, 2-day festival. Of course, we know it was already shenanigans going on at the beginning of this festival before it even started in the morning, because you had
Master P. I think Master P was up.
Before,
no, Don Toliver.
No, before that, you had motherfuckers busting the gates down. This is before any music has been played. Anybody that took any stage, this is in the morning. People were busting down gates, running through. There was some other videos we've seen. It was people going up like hills and over it was. So this had to happen from probably multiple locations, I would think, because normally stuff like that normally has like more than one entrance and exit, like main entrance and exit. So it looked like people was going from different angles, which is something I'm familiar with because in Chicago we have Lollapalooza, and that happens at Lollapalooza every year. You see somebody tries to storm the gate, and some of the times people get in. But this out there, this was a lot more people.
Than 50,000.
Well, just a lot more people who was running through the gate. Like, that was on some other stuff. From that video, it already looked like it's not enough people working here. Because how the hell is it you just seeing dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people and kids,
Hundreds.
Kids, even though they're teenagers, they're fucking kids. See all these kids and shit running through here, and it's barely nobody there to stop them or say, hold on, nothing.
Police couldn't even stop them. It was police there on fucking horses.
And stuff, and everybody's just busting through. So already seeing those videos to me was a bad sign. And of course, whether people, I don't know who was aware of it or not, we've been on the stuff. Travis Scott himself was pretty much on Instagram encouraging that type of behavior.
Oh, he was telling people that, hey, the show sold out, but I still want more of you to come. I found a way to finesse you guys in. Come see the show. I'm sure these pictures are still up on his Instagram.
Yeah, come fucking rage.
Come rage. Let's rage.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're still up on his Instagram. And me personally, I fucked with Travis Scott hard as an artist. And I already knew what type of time he was on. That's why I didn't really take heed into him like that as I did with other people. So, but yeah, I mean, whatever people saying about the demon shit, all that's not far-fetched. That's exactly who Travis is. It's really
not, especially if you look at all the stuff, all the just weird shit associated with even before the concert itself or before the festival itself, like the post or the post that he made, telling people like he finessed it. So it's pretty much like, again, so that would be
on the other side.
See you on the other side. You're basically encouraging people to be over capacity, because if you're saying it's already sold out, well, if it's sold out, that means it's at capacity, right? So if you're saying people, I've finessed basically a way for more people to come, then it's going to be past capacity. Keep that in mind when people want to sit up here and talk about who's at fault. I think a lot of people are at fault, but that's definitely certain type of behavior. Also, we can't forget the fact that Travis Scott has had issues at other concerts in the past. Another one of them, once again, being in Chicago at Lollapalooza, where he was encouraging people to be, what was he charging?
Rush the stage.
Disorderly conduct, pretty much, because he's telling people to rush the stage. And shit like that. Inciting a riot. Right. So, and it was all these people that jumped on the stage, and people wasn't getting all, and like, it was a mess. So he ended up getting arrested for that in 2015, I believe, here for Lollapalooza.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's also been arrested in Phoenix.
No, Arkansas.
Oh no, it was Arkansas. Okay. Mm-hmm. For the same type of thing, and another time. Also, there's other. It
was in Phoenix, probably, where he told the kids to jump off the fucking thing.
That dude to jump off the thing, and he jumped, and then this dude is paralyzed now because he jumped off that thing. Not to mention, I don't know where the hell that was. It was somebody who I guess snatched his shoe when he was like
fuck them up.
Crowds surfing or some shit, and he over here talking about telling the crowd to fuck him up, to beat this person up. This is all stuff on tape. You can look it up. If you believe people or not, the information's out there. So we got all these elements going on. We got, at this point, 10 people that have passed away, even though that's questionable.
Probably more than
we have hundreds of people that were injured off of that. Everybody who was there, who had to experience that, be around that, see that type of stuff, all that visual, emotional, psychological trauma, being around that type of stuff. So we got all of that. We got lawsuits, hundreds. We got hundreds of millions, billions of dollars worth of lawsuits. We got Travis Scott's included in that. Drake is included in that.
Live Nation, Apple Music.
Like
security. I think the security is being sued for that.
Right. So
the security is going to turn around and sue Live Nation.
Right. Because that's how the law game works. Motherfuckers try to put it off on another person, and then they try to put it off somebody else. That's how that shit goes. So you got all of that going on. It's a lot going on. Okay. You got that fake ass, in my opinion, allegedly, I snapped, I think, my conspiracy. Fake ass apology, concern video from Travis.
I'm gonna put it like this with that. It was a fake, but also, as I see now, Travis is not good with interviews. He doesn't know how to put words together. He can't speak.
No, he really can't. Like there's another YouTuber, shout out to Rich Lux. Fuck with your channel, man. You're dope. Okay. You got some subscribers over here. I was wondering when I was watching his videos, like, man, why is he going so hard on Travis about how he speaks? He was just like, man, he cannot talk. He can't talk. He doesn't know how to have a conversation. He can't interview. And I'm like, damn, is it that bad? It's that fucking bad. So it makes me wonder, like you said, this nigga, he can't be right. How could he be writing his own music? He can't express his own thoughts in the moment.
Sober, because he was obviously sober.
Mm-hmm.
He was sober as hell.
Now that could be it for sure, because a lot of times people can't get whatever creativity out of them without some type of substance. So that's a valid point too. But it's like you can't even express your own thought and feeling and convey that to the person across from you, and it's one person. In this instance, it's one
Charlamagne
person.
the fucking God is interviewing this man.
Yes, that's
first you was caught in a hurt man's jacket or a blanket. Then you was caught on a golf course with fucking Wahlberg and Jordan. Now you're being interviewed by Charlamagne Tha God.
Like,
this man has entered a whole upper echelon club, and we're gonna get into why I say that later. We're not gonna talk about that right now. My conspiracy, allegedly, I think I snapped.
But yeah, basically, get this fake ass apology, and I say fake ass apology because to me, anybody who got any type of discernment and can just read body language and can pick up on people's character, you can look at that shit and it's like, please stop capping. Why are you
Stop the cap?
Why are you over here playing all these games? Then I say it's fake because now we know after the fact.
How you contradicting
There's contradicting evidence now from Travis Scott himself out of his own mouth that is documented. And also documented things as far as what he said that's already been put out there by the media, right? Different stories from what was said in that video versus what was said afterwards. Shit, what was versus what was said today on this fucking interview that dropped that Charlamagne Tha God did with Travis Scott.
That Charlamagne dropped on his YouTube.
That dropped on his YouTube this morning at 6 o'clock this morning.
Which was R7 because he in Houston,
right?
An hour beyond.
So 7 o'clock our time, Central Time. So you know you're putting this out. It's coming out first thing in the morning on a Thursday before the weekend. So now everybody finna be talking about this shit. Once again, whoever this new lawyer is, his PR team, whatever. This shit just, I'm going to say off the rip before we even get into it. Horrible. Terrible. Trash. Like the steps that are being taken, I see two things. Like what Relly was saying about what level this nigga done entered into. That's one path. The other path is as far as how public opinion And the fact, in my opinion, I think this nigga ain't gonna be able to do shows ever again. So the career side
he might be able to. If he changed the way, he do his shit, guaranteed. Because that's the only way he gonna be able to. They still gonna let him have mosh pits, but
niggas not finna. But motherfuckers fuck with him, and it's a certain age demographic too that fuck with him because of that type of energy.
No, why they fuck with him? Because he had a concert on fucking what's that? Fortnite. He had a whole ass virtual concert on Fortnite. That's why kids fuck with him heavy. His music is being played on Fortnite. Oh, okay. He had a McDonald's. All his endorsements been cut. I don't think all of them. I think he still got the Nike endorsement. They just being on the low about it for now.
Or they pushed it back or something. Because it's not.
Because the nigga had on Nikes in the interview.
Right. But it's my thing. It still looks, all of this public opinion wise, looks terrible. That damn fake ass video apology in black and white. So you can't even see the real. So you can't even see the real color of your face. You all right? That's why. Then the next thing we see is an image of you wrapped up in an Hermes fucking blanket. Then we see you at a country club that only allows celebrities.
$850,000, or was it $950,000?
I think it was $800,000.
$860,000 a year.
Yeah, only for celebrities. That's the next time we see you, and you somehow, for some reason, over Thanksgiving, you kicking it with
Jordan and Wahlberg.
Michael Jordan and Mark Wahlberg. Now, granted, motherfuckers do play golf, but still. It's just weird. And then he mentions about that, and a fan wanted to take a picture. You telling me that your fucking attorneys and your team and
he just hired that attorney last week.
But still his team. You telling me nobody said that you should tell people, hey, I appreciate you wanting to take a picture with me or whatever. But right now, it's a lot of stuff going on. I can't, it's not the right time. Why not just give somebody an autograph or something? Like, there's stuff you can
get in your hat.
There's stuff that you can do to appease if that was in a situation. But again, why would you put that out? So now it's out and people know this is what you're doing. All of this shit sounds really, really sus. Also, this whole shit, Kim Kardashian dating Pete Davidson. Sus. I'm gonna just say that.
The shit about Tristan and Chloe. Sus. Shit about Kylie and Drake. Sus, but not sus. Because we know Drake is a fucking slime ball.
He is. And he be talking about it in his songs. That's why I be like, why y'all be expecting this nigga to be something else when he tell you what he doing? It just sounds kind of smooth. And I think motherfuckers want to just like kind of, in my opinion, I think people graze past that. Some people do, and it's just like, but it sounds so nice, and it's good beat, and it do be some good ass Drake songs. I get it, but it be like, damn, he do be telling us. We just be thinking, oh, that's just Drake talking. No, he telling y'all. But anyway, circling back to Travi Scott, we'll go back to all of the shit around it. But this damn interview,
bogus as hell. Bogus.
This was literally one of the worst
worst
so-called interviews
of 2021.
One of the worst I've seen, period. Like ever. And I've seen some bad shit before. And it was like, what is this? First of all, this man cannot talk for shit.
Like, we're not saying he can't talk. He can speak. No. He just can't put words together. He only uses a few words. It revolves around those words that he used.
He doesn't really know how to correctly articulate a thought and get it across where you understand it. And like he said, it was literally certain words that he kept using in every single question he asked. And this interview was like 40-some minutes.
51 minutes.
So it wasn't short. Charlamagne asked him hella questions, and on every single fucking question, basically, there was certain sets of words he used. It was a lot of see, and just like literally The whole, and I mean, it was. You talk about cringy. Like cringy ain't even the word. It was just uncomfortable. It was uncomfortably bad. Like it was terrible. And I was like, and just be even before getting into details of this, just the fact when it popped up, and I said, Charlamagne Tha God.
That ain't even what happened. What happened was I was like, what the fuck? She was like, what? And I just moved my head back and she saw it. She was like, what?
I was like, oh hell. I said, oh hell no. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Like, bruh. I'm like, Travis and Charlamagne, excuse me, lesser charge Leonard. If y'all don't, and I said this to him, I said, if people don't already know that Charlotte is a complete piece of shit, and as far as I'm concerned, so is Travis Scott after this situation with this whole thing. And to see both of them be doing this shit together, if that ain't a fucking sign to you about who these people are, then you're not gonna get it from this point, because I got all the evidence I need to see. We already know what's up with Leonard, okay? Allegedly. We already know, since we gotta say allegedly.
There's court documents out there.
Yeah, but we still gotta say allegedly, supposedly, I snap. I think my conspiracy, my opinion, my theory. But we know what's up. And again, if you got any type of eyes to see, we know what's up with Mr. Scott now. If you didn't know before, to me, it's very clear.
I've been new, but I didn't think he was gonna pull this one. Like I knew that nigga was on the whole. Like, and this is the thing. A lot of people ain't listen to Travis Scott when he first hit the mainstream. Like when he was on with good music and he dropped this mixtape called Alpero. You listen to it, it's like demonic and cringy as fuck. But I fuck with it because it's like he sound like Kid Cudi and Kanye West. And I fuck with Kid Cudi and Kanye West. So it was just like, all right, I'm gonna fuck with this dude. I just kept fucking with him. But I was like, I ain't gonna go too in depth with this nigga because this nigga be on some other shit. Same with A$AP Rocky. That nigga be on some other shit. Niggas be on other shit.
I seen some other shit about that nigga last night. Didn't know about that. I'm like, damn, okay. Because it's levels. Because it's same thing like him. Like, I know motherfuckers be on bullshit. I know they're part of a bullshit situation. I know they're pushing a bullshit agenda. I'm not blind to that at all. And I know it's possible for any of them to be a part of the shit. But it's levels to shit too. This shit, next level. It's next level. In my opinion, allegedly, perhaps, that shit was a ritual. Period.
On Kris Jenner's birthday, right after Halloween. But apparently that day it happened, was it like 666 months when the Satanism church started or some shit like that?
Oh no, that was on Halloween.
Oh.
Yeah, on this Halloween was like the first time Halloween had fallen on a Sunday in like 10 years or some shit. And then it was like pretty much the 666th month since the establishment of the Satanic Church. So it's some other shit been in the air in this year. And I mean, again, if you got eyes to see what the fuck is going on in the world right now.
I'm gonna run down this list. And you can help me because I don't know the actors that died this year. We got DMX. We got Biz Markie, Shock G, fucking
Michael K. Williams. Man, that shit hurt me. That
Young
really
Dolph,
did.
Slim 400, YG partner just got capped yesterday.
Last night.
In
LA, and he from LA.
In his hometown. And niggas trying to say it ain't that, but it is that. I feel like it is. Because if you know YG be on that shit too. YG in his videos, you can see it. He got a song called something, and you was listening. You was like, I like this. I was like, bro, this song is satanic as fuck.
You be like, damn, I don't like it no more. No, and also
because I seen the video too. I was like, oh, he on some other shit.
It's a lot of stuff going on, man. It's a lot of stuff going on. Like it's a
That's
lot
his
of,
right hand man. YG want to be up there. YG want to be upper echelon.
Well, Travis is definitely there because he showing up was at that damn country club, that celebrity only $800,000 plus a year country club.
And it's the thing. No, I don't know how Travis. I don't know what Travis do with his money. I don't know what the fuck he do with his money.
Well, he's in the cars heavy.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Because somebody was talking about how he has this car
Trap
collection. Yeah. So he has an extensive car collection. So that is all automatically always going to be hella money. That's a good percentage right there.
Ain't no telling how much he charge for a show. He make beats, all types of shit.
Yeah, it's artists.
But this is my thing. When niggas tried to say Tory sounded like Travis, when Tory wrote for Travis, not knowingly that Tory wrote for him. That's why y'all got Tory fucked up. It's a video. Tory's about to put hands on that boy Travis.
Oh yeah, we did see that.
I seen that so many times.
It was finna be one, clearly. Until they diffused the situation, like, calm down. He was about.
It wasn't even diffused. It wasn't even diffused.
No, it wasn't.
At the end, Tory was like, "Bro, you hopped on the song that I wrote the hook for, and you did the hook the exact way that I wrote the fucking lyrics, my nigga. I wrote it for you. What the fuck are you talking about?" That's why Tory was like, and that's why Travis got mad, because niggas was like, "Oh, you sound like Travis Scott. You sound like," he's like, "How can I sound like niggas I done wrote for?"
Shouldn't it be they sound like me because I wrote the shit.
Exactly. Niggas saying, on that one beat, or you discasting, oh, he sound like Meek. Tory and Meek used to work heavy back in like 2013, 2014. Tory probably wrote for Meek. What the fuck is niggas talking about?
It definitely wasn't the other way around.
Because this is the thing. If y'all into Tory, if y'all not biased against Tory against the case or whatever, Tory got this 80s album dropping tomorrow. Nigga. This nigga, bro. This nigga doing 80s music and that shit sound like some fuck. She gonna say it. I'm gonna let her tell you because she fucks with 80s music.
Sounds so good. And I am like fucking double fingers crossed that this song
Loner on Sunset
that we saw that he recorded on live, because he does that with the lives and he has people participate. He'll have people pick song titles,
beats,
pick beats, and he'll go over and explain like piece by piece how to basically put the song together, and then let people see him record and like all that. It's really dope. But this song, oh man, this shit is some next level shit. And I'm an 80s baby. I love 80s music, and I mean 80s like fucking, never gonna let you up. No, I like that type of techno, sweet dreams are made of, like that groovy type of shit. And this man gave himself a whole other name. This nigga name is Ashton. He got the curly fucking curly wig on and shit, got the damn high school fucking
the Leatherman
jacket and shit with the damn jeans and the fucking high top. I was like, this nigga here, boy, I'm looking forward to it, because one of the songs, what is that song that came out already?
Lady of the Mech. And then it's another one called 87 Stingray.
With that baby.
Yeah, that's Lady of the Mech.
That video also is really fucking good. Like the whole, y'all gotta check it out. Stop hating on that man Tory. That nigga Tory innocent. I said it.
Nigga don't do it. Like,
that nigga didn't do that shit. If that nigga did that shit, he would have took that damn plea deal. Or if that nigga did that shit, he would have been in jail. And he'd still probably be in jail because they wouldn't have gave him bail.
Hell no.
Not on no gun shit. This nigga black shit, and this nigga not even from here. This nigga from Canada. They would be like, "Hey, put his ass in jail. Put his Canadian ass in jail.
His ass.
Let him experience, American jail. Put his ass in jail." They would have. Any opportunity they could put a rich nigga in jail, they gonna take that opportunity if they have a legit reason.
This happened in LA too.
Oh yeah, they would be like, "Throw his ass in jail."
In a rich ass neighborhood. in
Now
LA.
he probably would have got gluten-free food in the fucking LA jail. I don't know. I'm some gluten-free sushi or some shit in AJ.
But still, like, it's like, yo.
It's still jail, nigga.
niggas be believing the wrong things. Like, it's like.
And them, ain't nobody paying attention, in my opinion, to Megan's behavior during all of this. She is cooning it up on all these fucking commercials and shit. I mean, she been popping up now, like literally in the past month or so. I've been seeing her in these different advertisements, but they all look cringy and coonish as fuck. Like, it was some shit and she's in some dress and she looked a mess. Then there was some other shit and it was like kind of singing. That was a mess.
It was a Cash App one.
Mm-hmm.
It was I don't know.
Just looking trashy and fucking slutty, and it's like it's terrible. Then I seen somebody posted a video on Instagram yesterday, and I should have sent it to you. It's a video I guess she did with Jimmy Fallon. I was like, fuck, Jimmy, you be getting on my nerves with this shit. I always fuck with Jimmy Fallon because he's funny, but it's like, damn, you with the shit, bro. Heavy. You with them peoples. It's a commercial like about the holidays, and she's like rapping, and basically the theme of it is about how she's gonna, get back to doing this and that with this person, that, like all this type of shit. And there's all these different scenes. She got a nurse's, like one of them Halloween sexy nurse outfits on, right? Hat and everything. It's white with the little red cross and everything. Do you know this bitch's nails? Because she know for her nails too. Do you know her nails were fucking donut shop needles? Swear to God. Each nail was a fucking syringe. Talking about putting Purell on everything. This type of bullshit. I was like, and y'all believe this? Do y'all still believe this?
Bro, listen.
I'm sorry.
Listen to me when I say this.
Sorry.
If y'all seen the bitch at the Met Gala when they was showing her feet, how her feet was too big for them goddamn shoes, you would have seen that scar on her motherfucking ankle, and she was this big. Bitch, if you got shot in both your feet, bitch, if you would have got shot.
Okay.
Bitch, if you would have got shot above your feet.
Shit would have been
English?
Like, boom.
English, please.
It would have been a big ass hole, and it would have been a much more fucked up scar.
Her foot would have been fucked. Like, nigga, her shit would, like, on her ankle, bro, her shit would have been split. Like,
it would have been bad. It would have been really, really
nigga, my
bad.
guy got shot in the back of his fucking leg. That shit is big. And it's nasty. It's still healing. Like, that was last year. So you telling me this bitch could get shot in the foot? Both feet. And twerk at a pool party the next week?
I never heard it done. I've never heard of this done. I don't care. Somebody dumb said, "Oh, you ain't got Maggie fees."
Like that's the dumbest shit you could ever say. That's why niggas is stupid.
Because your knees have nothing to do with your feet. Your feet are your foundation and everything else. If your feet are fucked up, and I would know because I've had these issues, deal with these issues to this day.
And my ankles fucked.
And if your feet are the foundation for everything else up, your knees, your hips, your back, your shoulders, all of that. So you cannot tell me, as someone who has had surgery on her ankle, has metal in her ankle, as I do, and my scar is way bigger than that. And I wasn't shot. It was just a slip and fall accident. And I got this big scar on my ankle to this day. That was 15 years ago. You telling me she got shot with a bullet, even if it was a small one?
Even if it grazed her.
It's a bullet. Well, they're not saying she was grazed. They were saying she was shot in both of her feet.
See, niggas.
So you telling me there's a little bitty, tiny little scar like this? It should be a hole.
And nobody's talking about this.
It's like, come on now, people. Let's use our brain stems and like put 2 and 2 together and just make this add up and make some sense. It don't make sense. But anyway, going all the way back to the original point, Travis. This interview was a travesty. It was terrible.
Horrible.
It was horrible. This shit, if whoever put it together, if this was constructed by his attorneys or his PR team to try to help him, that shit was backwards. That was a misstep.
His lawyer told him to do that because the type of lawyer you got don't even want you talking right now, my guy.
I wouldn't think so. He's a celebrity lawyer.
So if he did, bro, he fucked you.
He major. That's what I'm saying. If that was put together by his attorney, this new attorney, who is a fucking celebrity attorney, even if they're not a celebrity attorney, they're gonna tell you, don't say shit, don't be talking about shit, don't get on social media if you can avoid it, don't be saying, shut the fuck up. That's what they tell you. Blicky Bruce said
Juicy
that.
J, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing.
Blicky Bruce did say that.
It was like,
if y'all know who we talking about Bruce Rivers. He's a criminal lawyer. Who is he? Bruce Rivers, he's a criminal lawyer. I like Bruce Rivers,
but
what he do? He's gonna react to all the self snitching.
Fucking Blicky Bruce. But shout out to Bruce Rivers. You're not supposed to be talking when you have a case going on. I mean, I've had a case, and it had nothing to do with anything criminal. It was just a civil case. And my attorney told me, don't talk about the case. While it's in litigation, meaning while this shit is being figured out, don't talk about this. Because anything you say, it's like they tell you when they read you your rights, anything you say will be used against you. Even if it's a civil case, it's still evidence if you're talking and telling all the shit. So it would be in your best, it would be best for you to not say anything and potentially slip up and say something that's going to fuck you up. Because again, let's remember, there are hundreds of lawsuits now. There are $3 billion worth of lawsuits. This is in the news. People have died. A lot of people have been injured.
There's probably people missing still.
I mean, it was a terrible, terrible event. And you're getting on here, and the first interview you do, you go talk to fucking lesser charged Menard. Again, a horrible misstep, in my humble opinion.
Like, you would have been better off talking to DJ Academics, honestly.
I mean,
DJ Academics would have been more suitable. Even though you don't fuck with DJ Academics would have asked better questions. Probably would have been more comfortable to answer those questions. He probably would have let you have your drink or your blunt, whatever. It
just seems like, honestly, if he was gonna say something, I don't even think it should have been said in a
such a manner.
In that media, like music media setting. It should have been in real media. It should have been fucking go sit down with fucking
60 Minutes.
Yeah, right. Or one of them people.
Just somebody big in Houston.
Yeah, right. Who's
the biggest news reporter in Houston?
In Houston. Who's local to you? If that's your comfort zone, that's your home, go talk to somebody from your home. But you know what? I just thought about that. Probably wouldn't do that. They might be fucking pissed at him. They might. I
wouldn't say it's half and half because
probably half and half.
Because like I said, up under the video that Charlamagne posted in the interview, you gotta have people saying Travis looks distraught. Travis, you could tell Travis is devastated. I had other people saying Travis is a piece of shit. I will never listen to his music again, and I wasn't even devastated by what happened. All this other shit.
And that's something Rich Lux said. Why did he wear that? Why would you wear, for that occasion, what you're talking about? This is something serious and somber. You should, like he was saying, wear a sweater or even a hoodie if you were trying to convey, like, being distraught or sad or mourning or grieving or whatever. It just seemed you got just some damn denim jeans on and this damn denim jacket, just like, oh, whatever, like with the one button, right?
Right. I saw that shit. I was like, bro, Travis, what the fuck is you doing,
The whole thing, it was just like, huh? What the fuck is going on? Like, that's why I kept like, what is happening right now? What are they doing? This is so bad. Like, I don't know how people can even believe that shit. To me, that was all fake. All that, again, just like that damn video he put out in black and white on Instagram, and no tears coming out his face. Now he did the same thing here. He seemed like he was gonna cry. Nothing came out.
Trap Lord was like, yeah, Travis rubbing that invisible cock in the middle of his forehead. I was like, Trap Lord, why you going on Travis?
But seriously, like, he's just like he about to, and then nothing.
Shit.
No, he didn't say he was sorry, because that's the thing. He's not saying he's guilty of anything or that he had anything to do with it. He put the shit off. He kept putting it off on.
That's it. No more blunt.
It's supposed to be.
This blunt done for.
Other people are supposed to be keeping things together, like trying to say, the venue or security. And then he even mentioned talking about, the people, or no, excuse me, the fans. Because he kept referring to them as the fans. I'm like, you won't say the people, people or my family, since you said your fans, but it's the fans. They were high energy, because of COVID, high energy. So you're trying to put the shit off on other people. And I'm not saying that, like, the venue itself and the security and the EMTs and all that, I'm not saying that they're not culpable in this either, or that they had their shit together, because clearly they didn't. But, nigga, this is your shit. Niggas literally gotta walk through your mouth to get into this fucker. Like, this is your shit, okay? And then the shit you're saying, like, about what was going on, in the headphones and what you could hear and all this type of stuff and what's being said and all that. And when you knew what was going on, and then when you didn't know, you're contradicting yourself from before. Like, the shit don't add up. And them little supposed fake ass crocodile tears, I wasn't going for it. Or not even crocodile tears, because he didn't even cry. He just kept look like he was about to get emotional, and then it's just like, bloop. I'm like, bruh, I don't feel it. I'm sorry. I don't believe you. I really don't. Like, none of this. And then you don't have more than 10 words to articulate in every single fucking question this man asks you. It's always the same set of words. And we just want to make sure the fans have a great experience. It's just about, it's just about love and helping one another. When people leave my concert, they want to do good. Since when? Since when anybody left a Travis Scott concert, a Trippie Redd, a Uzi Bird, a fucking Lil Pump,
Playboy Cardi?
Since when has anybody left these types of concerts and say, I want to go do
good? You just recently had people come at fucking Rico Nasty at a Playboy Cardi.
Yep, and in that swivel chair. Yes, I peeped that. Just swiveling back and forth like you in a fucking, doctor's chair or some shit. Like, come on, the body language says it all. It was the same thing from the other video. I was like, all that hand and all that. I'm like, that's just like
distraction,
just diversion energy. Like, you're trying to, when somebody is uncomfortable and their line is full of shit, you try to divert your energy, and that's why people be having, doing this or moving or whatever, touching their face or rubbing their hands together or whatever. It's body language. Trying to divert that energy off to somewhere else, and it comes out in some type of body formation or something. Unless you're like a fucking, spy or somebody like that who's trained to just, dead all that shit and don't show emotion. People show shit all the time. Like, so to me, it's like,
oh my fucking God.
I was like, this shit is just a mess. And this shit, I'm like, yo, lesser charge Leonard. Like, I was like, this is gonna be bad. As soon as that came up, I was like, this is gonna be bad. Y'all got these two niggas together? So, like Relly said, Travis been elevated to this next level. He in the upper echelon now. Because Charlamagne been chilling there for a minute. All the fuck shit this nigga done did, allegedly, supposedly, my theory, I think I snapped, perhaps happened. But that nigga got plenty of bullshit. So he been chilling on that level with these fuck ass niggas in the system for a second. Here goes Travis. He had his initiation at Astrofest. Boom. Now he in the club. $800,000 a year. Doing this shit on fucking his baby mama grandma on her birthday. Doing this shit. Y'all can believe what y'all want. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out some things. It's a lot of shit that don't add
This
up.
is some bullshit, yo. I'm not talking about that, but that's some bullshit too. Like, listen, I don't know if y'all believe in conspiracies and all that other shit, but me, listen, man, look. Niggas can't tell me shit.
They're saying, listen, man, look.
It's fucking done.
And what just gets on my nerves too about the whole situation, even leading up to it, is the fact that like people, these fans that he loves so much, supposedly.
So he said.
So he said.
So he said.
It's still like rocking and trying to say, well, it's not his fault. He had nothing to do with this. It's not his fault. He had nothing to do with this. Fuck is you talking about? First of all,
Bro, stop sucking his dick.
Second of all, like
y'all are professional dick suckers.
If you look at his track record, like he's had this type of shit happen. Like, wait,
he's been arrested for this shit.
He's been arrested for it. That's the type of energy he puts out, and I understand the being excited and up and shit. That's okay, but again, it's levels. There's another level where that shit can become destructive, and we see that it has because the man has gotten arrested off of this. Somebody who has become paralyzed, being influenced by him. He encouraged people to beat somebody up. What? Like, come on now.
You know what? Y'all ever watched Hide and Seek TV? He broke some shit down.
Oh yeah.
He broke some shit down about how Travis used. It was a movie, that poster he used.
Here you go. Relly is on the case. He's coming with the facts. He'll be right back. He always, as soon as you say something, it's like, we want to know. Here you go.
This photo.
Oh yeah.
It's from a movie. Travis put his face right there. Travis is basically a fucking shapeshifter. Allegedly. Like, y'all know there's reptilians and shapeshifters and all that shit allegedly that walk amongst us. Especially in a lot of white people. A lot of these celebrities, a lot of these politicians, they're not real people, guys. They're not real fucking people. I'm skeptical of this.
No, definitely not. All that shit, the dystopia shit, all of that, all of it. It's just, it's fucking, it's messed up. But this interview, complete trash. I don't think whatever the intention was, whether it was his intention, his team, his attorney, whoever, whatever their intention was, I think it backfired. Because Travis Scott should not have went up there talking to fucking Lesha Charles Lennar, fucking Patch-Eyed Demon. He shouldn't have been talking to him about any of this in that format, the way it was. It was just, all of it was bad. It makes him look terrible, in my opinion. And the fact that you're even talking about it, and then you chose to talk about it in this way with this person in this setting, it's just, all of it was just reads like complete bullshit. And then the other thing to me that was like, okay, you're talking about how you're there for your fans and the people, the families and all this type of stuff, and how you connected and you love them and blah, 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 blah. So Lennar asked him, so have you spoken to the families? Were you allowed, were you able to? And he says, oh yeah, he was able to. He was given the opportunity to be able to talk to them, and he decided not to give them a time to grieve and heal. Now, I can understand.
Bullshit.
No. Let me say this. I got a unique perspective. I can understand wanting to give people space when someone passes away. Unfortunately, I just lost my mom 2 weeks ago. She's
right 2 days before my birthday, which is fucked up. The day before
Thanksgiving, my mother passed away. So I can understand. And I've been experiencing a lot of shit with people, and people kind of being on eggshells with me. It's a very weird feeling. Personally, I don't like it. I don't want nobody to be on eggshells to talk to me. Motherfucker, talk to me. Thank you. Don't do all that. And I understand sometimes you got to give people space, but then sometimes people
want people to talk.
to come and talk to them and check on them and see are you okay, because you're already feeling fucking lonely and lost and fucked up like I am. And
especially so, if you was that close, as close as she was to her mom,
like literally close and physically close, because my mom lived like a half a block away from me. Like, so it's a lot of shit, and it's, you want people to reach out, you because you already feel fucking, lost. Like, so, I can understand somebody saying they want to give people time, but then at the same time, in that situation with Travis Scott, it's like, nigga, you better talk to them people. At least make the attempt. Now, whether they want to receive it or not, that's on them, and that's okay, because that's their family. They have the right to do.
So, and that's why I understood it when he was like, I can't be upset or nothing about them not wanting to talk to me. They just lost people. Now that I can understand, but it once again, it was around the same shit that you was, your same talking points.
Well, like I said, at least make the attempt. Don't say I had the opportunity and I decided not to. Yes, and some of them did decline the money for the funeral, which,
because if you take the money for the funeral, you can't sue him.
Exactly, and that's why I think they did it, honestly. But either way, even if they did it just because they were like, fuck you, we don't want your money or anything, we want nothing to do with you, that would be okay too. But again, if you really gave a fuck about your fans, your family, you love them, the connection you have, right? Like he was saying, if that's the case, you telling me you're not going to fucking man up for 5-10 minutes out of your life and sit up there and talk to these people?
Not even. I wouldn't even say 5-10 minutes. I would say at least an hour, half an hour. Go visit them. They're in Houston, where you're from.
That's true too. You telling me that the hospitals,
it's your city,
the hospitals that the people who was injured at, you telling me they couldn't have sat up, and that the police or whatever, and they couldn't have sat up and made sure he went to go visit people? Motherfucking celebrities and shit go visit people in hospitals all the time. You got certain motherfuckers like Johnny Depp or whatever, because one of his biggest characters is from fucking Pirates of the Caribbean, Captain Jack Sparrow. He literally has gone to different hospitals in different parts of the world to like visit kids and sick kids and stuff like that. As Captain Sparrow to make their fucking day. Like, this shit is not new. This is beyond old. So there are things that could be done. So once again, we just don't believe you. Like, I don't. He growing up. He just growing up in some wrong shit.
Listen.
I think
this nigga,
he on that.
He received it. He on a whole nother rank. If you understand my drift.
He in that shit. He in that good shit now. He done crossed over. Again, if people can choose to. Certain people choose to not to believe in certain things, like
it's demons talking about her. If y'all don't believe in, that's why all these celebrities is dying, especially the rappers. Mm-hmm. All this foul shit is happening. It's this dumbass sleepy Joe Biden bullshit. Whatever. If y'all Democrat, I'm sorry. I don't judge, but don't judge me for being the way I am. I'm not Republican. I would be considered more conservative, but I wouldn't even consider myself conservative because I just think the way I think.
Right. But it's
so the people that didn't accept money from him can sue, and he also did it to where all the people at Astorworld could get their money refunded. So all the people that got their money refunded can't sue.
Yeah, because anytime you accept money, that's like pretty much, that's almost like signing a contract that basically says, "Hey, we've paid you this. Our dealings in this is done at this point." You're basically signing your rights away by accepting this money. You're saying you're accepting it, and you're going to leave us the fuck alone on the back end. Cool. If you take the money, that's what you said, pretty much. So, yeah, anybody there who it would, if they wanted to sue, they can't get the refund. Because listen,
this is the thing. If everybody just didn't accept that money and let him keep that money, and everybody sues for emotional distress,
which they could.
If y'all really wanted to cancel Travis Scott,
they could.
Everybody could have sued him. That was there. Could have sued for, even from the fucking EMT workers, the security workers, the police officers. Niggas in VIP could have sued him for emotional distress.
But here, let's not address talking about the money, right? Now, this was a festival, so there was other performances and other artists and stuff
Don
that was
Toliver,
supposed to be
Master
for
P.
the 2 days. Well, it was only one day because it got canceled the next day. But speaking of money, the refunds, that's coming from Live Nation. That's coming from the venue, NRG, or from Live Nation, whoever they bought it through, right? That's not coming from Travis. That's coming from the venue. Where the fuck, besides the money that was offered for funerals, there was no money offered from his personal money to say, oh, we're just gonna, start a fund or create whatever. But Roddy Ricch, who isn't even a headliner, he donated all the money he made off the rip. The very next day, it was like, boop, or it was like 2 days later, he was like, oh, he didn't donate his money. Why he didn't do that? Why ain't Drake do that? Drake was on stage when some of this shit was happening. Why Drake ain't said? I mean, he said something on his IG. He didn't even do a video. He just typed that shit out. But
because Drake is
why they haven't started like, hey, we're gonna start a fund not only for the families who either lost loved ones or had people that were injured. We're just gonna start a fund for everyone who's there.
But not only that, Drake out here buying motherfuckers Rolexes and shit. Like expensive Rolexes. You done bought DJ Khaled's super expensive ass Rolex for his birthday.
Wasn't it a green?
It was a green diamond Rolex.
Yeah, that shit did look sick. It was disgusting.
Yep.
Right, and went to Dave & Buster's afterwards.
And the strip club, because Drake threw a bunch of money in the strip club that same night.
Right, but y'all ain't
niggas ain't coming down on Drake.
Nothing. Well, I think he is. People are coming down on Drake because he said, remember we was watching that video and he was saying that not Trapler, Rich. Because Drake took those pictures down. Because Drake had pictures on his Instagram from Astrofest, and then he took them down. Because motherfuckers is coming at him in the comments like, the fuck? Y'all ain't even donate no money. You over here posting pictures. You was at Dave & Buster's, like, nigga, so now he took the pictures off of Instagram. So the shit don't look good. The people have spoken. We not feeling this. For the most part, motherfuckers is not feeling this. We're not cool with this. And this fucking interview, bad. Is doing the complete opposite I think that they was trying to do it for.
If niggas would have wrote some talking cards for Travis Scott and went over them with him, I think it would have went a little better. It still would have been bad. It would have went a little better. Hell no, because all that shit he said came out his own motherfucking mouth. Nope, I ain't believing that.
No, I'm not saying it didn't come out his mouth. What I'm saying is they probably did talk with him and like try to coach him. But at the end of the day, when you get there and the person and you're face to face and somebody starts asking you questions, like in an interview, a motherfucker can tense up. They can trip over their words. They cannot get their words together. And clearly this is not a strong suit for him anyway. So it's a lot of pressure. So he probably just fucked it up.
They could have put it in this. No, I don't believe that. Motherfuckers honestly could have put an invisible wire in his ear and just told him what to say.
He would have fucked it up. I think he would have fucked it up because this is the thing. In order for that to work, you have to know how to, again, be able to listen and speak a certain way and have that shit sound natural and not sound like somebody is feeding something in your ear. He can't even do that with his own thoughts. So when you telling me to be able to take somebody else's information and then say that shit and not sound like a fucking robot, it wouldn't happen. He can do it with his songs, and it makes me think, what type of shit you be into to make music? You gotta be on some just again demon time to pull that out because you can't do this shit regularly.
No, because I see the video of Travis Scott in the club making it, not in the club, in the studio making this song. So I know he can when the nigga is doing what he want to do, he can talk. But obviously he be under the influence. But with that, I don't think it's gonna get bad legally for him, only because he's protected now. He's very well protected because, like I said, if you look,
I think he got the Kardashians behind him. So
yeah,
or at least for now.
If you look on his Instagram, he still got photos of him telling people to sneak in, even though it's sold out. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's bringing that up.
It's still up there. Last I heard about it, was still up there.
I just showed y'all one of them. It's still up there.
So, and then he reposted this thing. This was before the people seeing him at the golf club. He posted something of like a link where you could go to see his latest video.
The song, yeah.
And it's like, why are you trying to re-promote your music right now, my dude? Nobody's thinking about your ass. Like nobody. They're honestly, I feel like people are gonna change. Speaking of legally, they're going to change how live venues operate after that shit. Because it's going to be a documentary, not the Hulu one. Because Hulu did make a documentary and they had to take that bitch down because the fucking attorney was like, take that shit down. But there will be at some point a legal, completely in its right documentary about this shit. I think fucking live venues are going to change how they operate.
Damn.
And
I don't think they will. You want to know why?
I don't think any venue is gonna insure Travis Scott.
I don't think they will change. You want to know why? They make way too. If shit's gonna change,
I didn't say that they.
No. I'm saying they're not gonna change the way they do it. They're just gonna probably make sure there's more personnel there.
I don't know.
Because if they change the way they do things, and they're gonna be stricter about, since they did put out there motherfuckers was getting poked, even though that was not the case. They're going to be more stricter on security at the fucking door, at the gate, wherever the fuck.
That's if they can hire people. You know, people ain't going for these jump up right now.
But to get back to the point of if it's going, I don't think so because, like I said, there's so much shit that people are not speaking on that involves this. Like, I know they're not going to bring up the demonic shit in court. I know they're not going to bring that up. But, yo, this shit was hella demonic. You had spirits walking on top of the fucking stage. And it wasn't no puppet spirits. These was real spirits jumping into the crowd, into people and shit. Pushing niggas off stage. Like, the way them two niggas jumped off stage, bruh.
That shit was just so crazy. Like, how the fuck did not both of them break their legs? Like, from the shin as soon as they... Because the way these dudes jumped off that stage, like, leg first, it's like, oh God, why would you do that? Not leg first, like, oh, all that shit just seemed demonic as hell. Like, from the very first time when the video started coming out, like the next day, and I heard that video, and he was and don't play that shit. Don't play that because that shit is scary.
It's a video of him,
and he humming,
and he's on top of this podium. And they're carrying this dead body out the crowd. And he's looking at it. And he's just saying, yeah, like in his little ad-lib form. And he just keeps saying, yeah, while he's looking at the fucking body. And it's like auto-tuned,
and it just sounds so fucking sinister and evil. And as soon as it played, like literally, I'm not even joking. He can tell you, like literally, my chest started hurting. Like my chest, and I got like this tight ass feeling in my stomach. Like as soon as I was like, oh, that shit evil. I was like, cut that shit off. Like that shit, literally, I had a physical reaction to that shit. So I'm like, when that dude, the black dude who had that first video go viral, who said he felt like they was in a concert in hell, I can believe that. Because when I heard that damn fucking audio, that shit fucked me up. Like, I was like, oh, no. I'm like, I'm like, nah. People don't want to believe. People don't want to be believing this shit. That these shit go on, and that this shit ain't even new shit. Like, it's been, this type of thing's been happening for
years.
Decades and decades of people. Right. Like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A solution.
Yeah, a solution. Because we want to make sure the fans have a great experience, you know. We gotta have a solution to figure out the problem.
You sound like a first grader trying to present a fucking 11th grade fucking science project.
Just crazy.
That's how he sounds. Like the nigga sound like he needs hooked on phonics.
Man, it was bad. It is. I was like, this is terrible. This was such a waste of time. This was such just a bad move. This is a bad PR move from a business standpoint. I'm like, I don't think this helps. You're in the middle of all these lawsuits that have just been filed against you. Hundreds. Like, no, he don't. Like, hundreds of lawsuits, and you want to hear talking about trying to figure out some shit, and you got him talking to fucking Charlamagne like he from fucking, I don't know, ABC or some shit. Like, no, nigga, this get you a real interview. Go talk to fucking, I don't know, Robin Roberts or fucking one of these.
Go talk to somebody from Houston, or nigga, go make him do a press conference in Houston. It'll be a 10-minute press conference. Fucking shit, Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, somebody.
Hey, Dr. Phil. I think Dr. Phil is from Texas, right?
Shit, I don't know.
I don't know.
That nigga don't act like it.
But it was just bad. It was bad all the way around.
Yeah, man. Like y'all, like we are at a time where demonic shit is running rampant and people are not catching on. Like
they don't believe it. They think it's like I said.
But this is my thing. How can you believe in God but not believe that when motherfuckers tell you this is hell on earth, this is really literally hell on earth. Like I'm not a Christian, I'm spiritual, but still, my grandma was Christian. But still, motherfucker, it'll tell you in the Bible that God gave the devil this earth for a limited amount of time, and he was going to come back and collect. So the devil has to collect all the children because he really wants the children, but he's collecting everything he can before God comes back.
And what we got going on right now, some shit.
All this pedophilia shit. I'm sorry if y'all support the LGBTQ. I have nothing wrong. I have no issue with y'all, but I feel like y'all are being used to promote pedophilia. Because all this bullshit that's going on in these schools is a bunch of bullshit.
And then motherfuckers got masks on, so they don't know who's who and what's what. They don't know who's where. It's some shit going on. People might not realize it, or people don't want to think about that shit because it's fucked up and it fucks with your head. But motherfuckers need to think about it, because if you got some kids or if you care about kids, then there should be some shit on your radar.
This is
like there's fucked up shit going on. And I'm gonna say this because I seen this yesterday, and I heard someone else talking about this, and I'm gonna say it because I want to stand in that same thought process as well. I don't have a problem with whoever is doing what with whoever. I really don't give a fuck. It's not something I think about. It don't keep me up at night. It's not my concern with who you sleeping with. Just loud for no reason. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you live on the corner. Okay.
In Chicago.
But anyway, I don't care who you're sleeping with, whatever. I'm not thinking about that. That's not my concern. I don't think about it. I'm not sitting up there trying to stop or tell anybody what to do about anything. This is my only thing, though. Just like I don't care about that, I would think people don't care about what I got going on. Probably shouldn't.
But if you do, you're weird.
You're weird. But this is my thing, though. Why is it that everything seems to be, and y'all come to y'all own conclusions, but from what I see, why is it that everything with that particular community, everything is led by sexuality? Why is that? I don't consider myself, because you always hearing about, and again, y'all tell me what y'all done heard. This is what I've heard. It's always, what I identify as, what I identify. I identify as this, I identify as that. And always those identifications
have sexual interests,
have sexuality attached to it. I don't identify as a straight woman, whatever. Like, I'm just me. It's not led by a sexual preference or a sexual identity, whatever words you want to use. That's not at the forefront of it. That's not even some shit a motherfucker really be thinking about. Like, so I don't, that's the part to me that always is like, why is that pushed so much as far as that's concerned? Because I don't see anybody anymore. Maybe at some point a minute ago, I don't see anybody busting down doors to pull you out of bed because you fucking around with whoever. Like, who doing that? Not in this country anyway. Now, maybe some other places. I'll give that. But like, that's not happening here. So why is that always at the forefront? Because most people really don't care about that part. They just don't. I know I don't. So I don't get it. I don't understand that. Like, what does that got to do with who you are as a person? Like, are you a good person? Are you living, like, are you being good to people? Are you, not treating people like shit? Are you paying your taxes? Do you like dogs? Are you exercising? Like, what, like, your personality, your character. Those things have nothing to do with who you sleep with. Not, at least not in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, y'all tell me.
Unless y'all talking about energy transfers, but that's a whole different subject.
I just thought that, who you were as a person really didn't have anything to do with who you decided to sleep with, because that's only one. Well, it's just one activity
like
out of so many activities. Well, that's not 10%. As a person.
It's a decent amount of percent of it, but that doesn't.
But
really,
compared to everything else,
it doesn't have anything to do with why you like hamburgers or why you prefer hot dogs over brats.
Right.
Or whatever.
Like I feel like there's more things that are done as a person than that. Mm-hmm. That's not at the top of the list. There's other shit, because there's just other things that one has to do as a human being. So it's like, why is that in the first slot? That's the part that they kind of get to me. It makes no sense. But man, look, Travis Scott, man, he need to sit his ass down somewhere. In my opinion, he need to sit his ass down. He need to stop talking to people. He need to let this shit get figured out and just kind of go away. I don't want to be hearing from Travis Scott. I don't want to hear no music. I don't want to see no interviews. None of that. Especially if that's how the interview's gonna be. Because you ain't say shit. You said 10. You said 10 words over and over again for fucking 51 minutes. Shut up. I'm sorry. It was so fugazi to me that I have no niceness or no type of, consideration to be like, well, maybe. No, bullshit. I call bullshit. It was basura, garbage. Okay? Trash. No. Just it's a no for me. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna pass on that. You so cool. Yeah, man. I was doing a podcast, man. And coming back, man.
This is long Slim. Let me get it 10 seconds. Fuck you ain't trying to get out, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't trying to get out. Oh, come on, man.
Call me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got anything else to say about this?
Y'all just watch what the fuck y'all just let enter your house, y'all minds, all that other shit. Cause you taking up for this shit. You're taking up for Megan. You're taking up for Danny Lay. You're taking up for I ain't even gonna say that. Because it's that whole situation is just weird. The
But Danny Lay and
nah,
baby,
nah, buddy, buddy,
buddy,
buddy,
buddy,
buddy that live here.
buddy that lived here.
He on trial.
Oh, don't even start on that.
Yeah, I said I ain't gonna speak on that because that shit it's just weird all in all. Like the whole thing of that.
Yeah, it's a trial going on here right now. If you look it up, you know who I'm talking about. It's a big name trial.
We ain't talking about Mr. Chaos.
No.
But yeah, I ain't got nothing to say. Just y'all be on your P's and Q's with this shit. That's all.
Man, with everything, there's so much shit going on right now. It's not even funny. Just shit. Protect your neck.
And your energy.
Seriously.
Is that it?
I think so.
Okay, y'all. Y'all there.
Protect your neck.